What's up, everybody? We are doing this again. If you missed the last 10 minutes that we totally botched this, Jerz couldn't hear anything over there. So yeah, Jerz is with us.
I'm here.
Yep. And we're gonna play again. Take 2, Titanic Adventure Out of Time, where we're gonna try to get 4 items off the Titanic to save the world and prevent World War II. We think we got everything worked out. Jerz, you still hear me? Or hear the game?
I can hear you, and I hear the game.
Excellent. That's a plus. So now we know. Basically, we just had him connect my computer. What?
The music.
Oh. Basically, what happens, we just use TeamViewer. He's connected to my computer. And we're doing it this way. So, hopefully, things actually work this time. Yeah, it's a point-and-click game that does not like being alt-tabbed, so it's not like I can really explore.
London has endured another night of German bombing. Most damage was concentrated in the East End.
He's
the
watching
RAF
you.
has struck enemy aerodromes in Le Havre and the Low Countries. In Russia, further German losses are reported around
And Kristen's
Leningrad.
back.
Hey,
In Asia,
again.
the American fortress at Corregidor is still defiant, but Japanese forces are
Household milk.
reported
We
nearing
got some
the
pure
Burmese
dried
oil
eggs up
fields.
there. Mama's
And that
enriched
concludes
spaghetti.
the news summary. We now return you to our music program.
Oh, that's creepy music.
We can change it. Or turn it off completely.
Yeah, but you gotta keep it on. Really?
That better?
No, that's worse.
What's this worse?
Isn't that the music that's on the one level?
Yeah.
On the elevator? Or, I'm sorry, on the lift?
So is this. Right. I really hope radios didn't actually have that kind of static back then.
Today's
That's
top
pretty intense.
stories. London has endured another night of German bombing. Most damage was concentrated in the East End. The RAF has struck enemy aerodromes in Le Havre and the Low Countries.
But yeah, you're like the
In
Titanic
Russia,
nut, so.
further German losses are reported around
There's a lot of cool
Leningrad.
stuff you can explore in this
In
game.
Asia, the American fortress at Corregidor is still defiant, but
Better answer the
Japanese
door.
forces are reported nearing the Burmese oil fields. And that concludes the news summary. We now return you to our music program.
You know, I want to die, it's the streets, promise.
Yeah, it's the streets for you, deadbeat.
Yeah. I'm the deadbeat. I'm about ready to travel in time. And you're coming with me.
I don't want to.
It's just really cool, like, what you can actually interact with.
Yeah. And when this was out in 90.
Was it
Seven?
I don't know.
See here, this isn't about your dedication. Pringle certainly attests to your loyalty. No, your dismissal stems from the Titanic mission. That failure can no longer be ignored, especially now. I am sorry, but someone must shoulder the blame. The service, you understand. We can't be held responsible.
Japanese forces are reported nearing the Burmese oil fields.
Oh, here we
Should-
go.
I'm about to say, that should trigger it, yep. Air raid siren. Oh god! I can't leave! Ouch!
Oof.
The past, forever locked in regret. But what if the past could be changed?
This game was just really impressive for the time, though. It's really detailed, which you'll
13
see
years
shortly.
have come and gone since
Yeah.
the night that saw the end of the world, my world. The service needed someone on the Titanic. They chose me. I was to wait for a signal from my contact, so I remained in my cabin. I left only once Georgia was on board. And that's when it came. There'd be no second chance. It was Sunday, April 14th. Too late, you see, for the Titanic, for me. What if I'd met with my contact, prevented disaster? What if the past could be changed? What then?
It's our room.
Cozy.
Just want to do all that again. We're gonna go ahead and save. Oh yeah, that was my test one. I was making sure that all the audio and all that worked. Oh, that's weird. Whenever I bring up the save menu, the screen just goes black on the stream. That's weird.
That is weird.
But before we continue on, what was I gonna say? Let's continue on. I'll be commenting on things as we play. Apparently, James Cameron actually confronted or consulted with the developers of this game when he was doing the movie. That's how detailed this game is. It's just a shame that you can't explore the whole ship.
Yeah.
It's a pretty fancy menu.
I mean, you can explore a good amount of it.
Yeah,
though.
you can. I thought I could open that.
You need a key.
Oh, right. Just like simple stuff like that's just really cool.
Somebody's knocking.
I know, it's Smethels.
Good evening. I am Smethels, your steward. And
Smethels.
if I may say so, it is good to see you up and about. You've been in your cabin the whole voyage. A touch of the mal de mer, was it?
The what now?
Yeah.
Seasickness can be quite unpleasant, especially if it's one's first crossing. Since you haven't been out of your cabin, may I instruct you on how to get assistance while on board the Titanic?
I do remember how to move around the Titanic, good sir.
Very well. Your correspondence. 2,200 on board, and they all want messages delivered promptly. Even if it is 1912, and the Titanic, the most advanced means of sea conveyance ever devised, I still have only two hands. Here, a map
Good
of the
job,
ship
sir.
for you. Compliments of the White Star Line. I have taken the liberty of indicating your cabin, C-73. Of course, on a Sunday evening at this hour, there won't be many people out. Will there be anything else?
Don't, crap.
What's going on over there?
I'm grabbing a notebook so I can write down like the rooms and stuff like that of like important things. You said it was C-73, right?
Yes.
Excellent.
PP. Huh.
What?
Get the first option.
Oh. I was looking at the notebook. I wasn't looking at the screen. But just because you said it.
A young lady. A most insistent young lady.
This is a highbrow.
For the time, like, it looks kind of goofy now.
The electric camel.
For the time, this
an
actually looked pretty
exercise device.
impressive.
They say it is good for the liver. I wouldn't know. It's located in the gymnasium, on the boat deck, on the starboard side.
Is it on the poop deck?
That's the right side, in case you had not been informed.
Remember that.
Very good. Have you unpacked? You'll find your trunk key in your bag on the bed. And remember your personal effects, your watch and if you require additional assistance, please ring
Jittery.
the bell by the door.
What? Yeah, it's kind of a pain. Basically, what you have to do to get this game to run really well is to set it so that there's only one CPU running, but it's kind of hard on my computer because every time I try to alt-tab to do that, it crashes. And it doesn't seem to save the settings. So we might just have to kind of deal with it. I'm surprised you remember the key and I didn't.
I played this quite a bit as a young punk teenager.
A young punk?
Yes, sir. And I'd still have the CD-ROM if my dog didn't bite the disc and ruin the
actually,
game.
technically, I have the CD.
Yeah, but it's not useful.
I mean, it is. It just doesn't work very well.
His Majesty's government has assigned an agent of the Crown to rendezvous with you on board the Titanic. Remain in your cabin until your contact gives you further instructions.
Further.
After completion of all your assignments on board, book passage to remain on the ship and return to Southampton for your next assignment. For a more in-depth report of the international situation in the spring of 1912, please review the white paper included as part of this briefing. That is all.
That is all.
His Majesty...
Oh, it locks itself back up? Really? Basically, all this is saying is that you're here to try stopping World War II.
Yeah. A lot of words.
It is a lot
Yeah.
of words. So the whole point is to find 4 items and get them all off the ship, which I've never been able to do. I've tried many times. I've tried following guides. I've never been able to successfully get everything out off the ship. Have you?
I have not. But
So,
in my defense,
have you ever
when I got
actually
close
finished
to
the
trying
game?
yeah, when I got close to trying to beat the game is when my dog kind of bit
Oh.
my CD.
I mean, I've tried multiple times. I think most I've done was like 3 at a time.
Yeah, it's my dog's fault.
It is your dog's fault.
The same dog who tried to drag you into the lake by your leg.
Yes, yes, it was. So yeah, you can have a pretty hefty amount of the ship you can explore.
Yep.
But we're
Hey,
not going
we're
to
on
use
the
a guide. We're just going to play it and just go with the flow.
To the grand staircase.
Oh, hello, Smithles. The elevator dude. Oh, we don't have to be down here yet. Oh, that music. It's so creepy. Oh, hello, people. I hate going down there. Like, I hate that music.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
I'm gonna have to remember the layout too. Like I only remember parts of. How did you get up here?
He's at every level.
I know. I'm just being a smartass.
Oh, hello. Don't think we've met. I'm Leyland Sekum Trask, metaphysical scribe and evangelist for the supernatural. I've been in London attending a conference on premonitions among the sensitive. You've heard of my institute, the Astral Bureau of Circulation in Boston? The
I have not.
ABC is a place where mediums of impeccable character can commingle in harmony.
What?
There's a range,
He's a psychic.
of course, but given the right training, psychics can reveal information hidden to others.
Ask him what his predictions are about the Titanic.
Okay.
This is a ship of destiny. which I think you know.
Oh. He may not be a fake.
Maybe not.
I'm sorry, I'm getting no reading at all.
Well,
not
you
even
suck then.
faintly. Good night.
A little bit chilly.
It is a little chilly out. Good thing I'm wearing a glove. Gloves.
Passengers aren't allowed on the bridge. Officer Morrow's in no mood to accommodate passengers right now. He's misplaced his binoculars, and he's in a right proper state about it. Off with you now.
I don't like how it's skipping audio, but
It is what it is.
unfortunately.
Where's that lady?
That's what I was wondering. Usually she's right here.
Oh, this music too.
I don't think it's nearly as bad. Wow, did we mess up already? Well, did I mess up already?
Wait, there's a guy you have to talk to up here.
Yeah, I didn't see him either.
Well, you're
Unless I
going
have
so
to-
fast. I don't know how you noticed. There were some of you walked by before. You just slow your roll.
I mean, this is just how fast the game runs. Oh, there's, him. I've never seen him down here, so we must be doing things out of order a little bit.
Riviera broke me. Damned Frenchman. What do you want?
Damn.
Health nut, are you? It's on the boat deck. Above us. Yeah, it's a night, all right. A regular night to remember.
Meet up with him later.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe we have to go see Penny first.
You have to go down to the gym.
Well, technically up to the gym.
Whatever. You have to go to there first.
It's been a while since I've played this. I'm sorry if I don't know where I'm going.
Glory be. It's about time. You're
And that
late.
hairdo.
Another 5 minutes and I'd have cancelled your mission.
Yeah, look what you did. You don't even know how to be punctual.
Yes, I'm Pringle. Penny Pringle. From the Bureau of Secrets. You didn't think they'd plunk you down on this
PP.
bucket of bolts and millionaires alone, did you? What a botch up. Some idiot in the War Office booked me into second, not first class, and I've had a fine time of it too. The crew wouldn't let me in the first cabin at all. It's just today I located you. Look at this. A German colonel named Zeitel. He's inspecting their embassies in Havana, Washington, and Mexico City. We know better.
He looks evil.
Yeah.
10 days ago, the Bureau got word that Zeitel has in his possession a priceless copy of the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, stolen 2 months ago in Paris after its purchase by a very highly placed member of His Majesty's government. The Rubaiyat's a book, a collection of medieval Persian poetry, a passion of his lordship's. Poetry. Persians. The German High Command must think it's important enough to have their top man smuggle the lot on board. It's your job to find out.
Don't you
His
point at
lordship's
me.
watching this very closely. Very closely indeed. I wouldn't fumble this chance either, unless you fancy spending the rest of your career in some grotty Midlands back office shuffling paper about. Have you seen the report? In your trunk? On the international situation? I'd jolly well read it if I were you. No.
Yeah.
He's with the protégé.
No.
Name of Heidelitz, I believe. The two spend a great deal of time in the Café Parisien, nibbling pastries. Get into the wireless room. I don't know or care how. Officer Morrow wouldn't let me in. See if Zeitels received or sent any telegrams about the Rubaiyat. You've got a cryptograph in your trunk. It'll unscramble the German codes. You use the brains God gave you. Watch people. Listen. When you find the Rubaiyat, knock on my door. Cabin F, 34. Use the second-class stairs.
F-34.
Yep.
You should be set. Remember, this is your big chance. Don't fail.
Yeah, don't fail.
Oh, don't worry. We probably will.
You feel the burn?
I'm feeling the burn. I feel the hurt. Man, those seats look very uncomfortable.
Left, right. Left, right.
Get him, Rocky. Apparently that's the electric camel.
Good for the liver, eh?
That looks wrong. Go ahead and save the game again quick. There we go. Alright. Let's explore a bit. I'm surprised I don't see Penny up here, unless she... Or Georgia, I'm sorry. She should be around here somewhere. Well, I got to talk to him shortly. Oh, there's... What's his face? But I don't want to activate him yet. So we can, like, run at a hyperspeed. Ah, there she is. So yeah, that's all we had to do was talk to Penny first.
You came after all this time. It's Georgia. I'd heard you on board. Where have you been?
What have you been? I'm getting you involved here. I'm not good with the ladies.
Okay, how about, I was detained.
It's been 5 years. I'd have waited a lot longer to see you again. Why didn't you tell me where you'd gone? Dina hadn't a clue, nor did Jack. My letters were returned. Just like you to show up now, with everything such a beastly mess. You must help me.
Yeah, I would go with the first one. That's
You've
less
no
abrasive.
doubt heard the rumors. I won't deny most of them. I can't. Even if the money's gone, I won't give the diamonds to Charles. These are all that remains. My insurance for a new life without Charles or Sasha.
It's a pretty fancy coat.
It's a fancy coat. Looks warm.
So let's say, let's go with who's Sasha for 200.
Sasha, the owner of the Barbican Gallery. We're friends, of a sort. He's sailing on the Titanic,
with
taking
benefits,
some paintings to New York to sell. Please, I mustn't talk any longer. Take it. Take the necklace. It's my only chance now. Keep it for me. And don't tell Charles you have it. You can't know what he's like.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
Come here.
You could have figured that out. What did you need me to do that for?
What do you know? You again. Don't you love the sea air? Clears out the sinuses. Max Seidelman, Philadelphia, PA. Buyer
he's
for
a local
Haymakers
boy.
Department
That's a
Store.
problem right there.
Shampia Spruce Street. What's eating
Right,
you
Kristen?
anyway? You're always in a rush. Relax. Will take Max's advice. Get over it. Sure, you lose sometimes. Yell. A little. Don't dwell. You a sporting type? You look like the sporting type. Come on down to the smoking room for a nightcap. Riviera's looking for someone to play a few hands of blackjack with. What do you say? Not much else to do. Not tonight. Brr. Cold as a cast iron commode. So, what do you say?
Brr. we're gonna go down there and talk to him.
Are we now?
Great. First, let's swing by the Parisian Cafe. There's a man there named Zeidel, a German. Claims he's a business, but he's got something up the sleeve, all right. I know the type. Believe me. Dollars to donuts, he's in some racket. So come with, why don't you? We'll hit the smoking room from there. Hey, Colonel, how you doing? Willie? Like you to meet a friend.
A pleasure.
Ah!
Hedlitz and I, we welcome diversion during such an uneventful passage, don't we, Willie?
Certainly.
Willie is at the University of Vienna, dissecting children's fables.
Cultural mythology, it's quite interesting. So only a junior professor, I tried to interest Dr. Freud. He's a genius, and I...
Yes, I am sure, quite. On the passenger list it says you embarked at Cherbourg, yet I have not seen you with the others. You were there, were you not?
We'll keep going with the seasickness thing.
I see.
Yeah.
You are British.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm not British, good sir. I'm American.
These days, most of the rich are Americans. Businessmen like Max.
You look confused.
Tell me, why do you go to New York?
Holiday.
I'm envious. Unfortunately, my work does not permit me to indulge in the pleasures of the leisure class.
The theory of the leisure class? I have read Professor Hebron. He's quite good.
Quite.
Let's get some information.
Me? Inspecting our embassies. Imperial Germany desires to make a good impression in North America. Willie is continuing on, to the west, to conduct research on Aboriginal custom.
The Indians. They are fascinating.
Yes. However, I place faith in science, not
The Colonel was saying this wireless stuff's revolutionizing everything.
Kind of stuff that's cutting off a couple seconds here and there, but it at least gets us the gist of it.
Like the Titanic, a technological triumph. Here we dined in comfort while racing along at 20 knots.
I don't even know if that's
It's
fast.
still tied to the outside world by the wireless.
That reminds me, Colonel Seidel, when I go to send you a telegram, they told me it was to be delayed. There are too many messages. The passengers...
I am sure our guests do not care to hear a detailed discussion of your encounter with telegraphy.
Oh, I am very intrigued.
Excuse me?
Please, excuse us.
Won't you call on us tomorrow? Here, in the cafe. The Linzer Tort's quite passable for a British ship. Stop by. Willie and I welcome it most heartily.
Yes, most heartily.
And before I leave, you must allow me to give you some advice. But do not wander the ship. It is not good, I think, on a ship as big as the Titanic. Good
I'll
night,
do as I
friends.
damn well
Good
please.
night.
See? What did I tell you? What did I say? Them too. Up to something, I'd say. The brainy kid gives me the creeps. What a grind. He should hang out with that little blonde. She's a looker, I tell you. Come on, let's hit the smoking room. I'll introduce you to Riviera. What do you say?
He sounds slimy.
Oh, of course he is. It's like a used car salesman. I mean,
Yeah.
look at the suit.
Let's
Great.
go.
Go on up. I gotta see a man about a horse. I'll meet you in a few. Goodbye.
Oh yeah. See a man about a horse.
Every time you see one of these scenes, it's like basically time passes. So it means you had a major event. It's a fancy little dining room.
Indeed.
Hey, what do you call this?
I'm not doing that today.
Fern.
But my dear, it's Daisy, Daisy Cashmore. Surely you remember. Oh, you a naughty thing. Don't think I didn't know you'd snuck on at Cherbourg. Smithers told me all about it. The old boy's always dripping with news. Heard about Lord and Lady Lambeth. Ruined utterly. Scarcely enough left for appearances, I'm told. I always liked Georgia. Married Charles for his name and his fortune, sensible girl. But she's made her nest. Now she must live in it. Well,
Yeah, let's go with the first one.
what do we think? Gorgeous, isn't it? Everyone's raving, gushing. The Titanic couldn't be more fabulous. And the sailing couldn't have been more convenient. Everyone's here. The Astors, the George Wideners, the Countess of Ross, such a wonderful girl. The Strausses, I saw them on D-deck tonight. The Ryersons, the Henry Harpers. I could just go on and on. And the ship's
I don't
so
know any
very
of these people.
advanced. I was just saying to my dear friends, the Carters, they're bringing back a motor car, do you believe, in the cargo hold. Bill Carter checks it daily. Really, every day. He keeps the keys with the purser. And of course they let them. The Carters are fantastically rich. Lucille doesn't understand the attraction at all. With men and machines, I tell her, we girls play second fiddle. Well, my dear, I have a little favor. A tiny one.
With pleasure.
Tonight at dinner, a man I don't know
We can use
was
her for
making
information.
eyes at me. Be an absolute darling and find out who he is. Look him up in the passenger list. All I know are his initials, GQC. The list's someplace. Find it. I'll wait right here. Ta!
Look them up in the passenger list.
Ah, right. We got. Remember where that's at?
Isn't that in the purser's office?
Yeah, where's the purser's office?
Go
Oh,
ask
purser's
Smith.
office. Purser's
Oh, there
office.
we go.
Ah!
Only I'm allowed to access the cargo manifest. What do you want?
He's pretty creepy. I forgot how
Perhaps.
creepy he is.
As purser, I'm in charge of the Titanic's passengers. Have you a name? If you do, I can tell you their cabin number.
GQC.
Oh. Ha!
Let me check. Aha. Mr. George Quincy Clifford, A27.
A27.
George Quincy Clifford.
That doesn't sound like a fancy name. I don't know what does. What time is shuffleboard open?
Deck games are usually reserved for daylight hours.
Well, maybe I want to play shuffleboard at night, good sir.
Tell me
I
what
live
time it
to
is.
serve.
Jeez.
Very good then. Good night.
I just went to ring the bell.
Yes, can I help you? That's all then, is it? Good night.
I just ran to ring the bell again.
Yes, can I help you? Glad to be of good night.
Do not ring that bell again.
The bar opens at 8 a.m. A little early, isn't it?
Never too early when you're on a cruise ship. What are you doing?
Yes.
Ringing the
can
bell
I help
again.
you? Very good then. Good night.
Ding ding. Where the hell?
You,
She disappeared.
you gotta go find her now. Forget where she is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably outside here somewhere.
There's
There she
her.
is.
No, that's Georgia. Shall we talk to her again?
Sure, why not?
I knew you'd come. Charles received a telegram from the solicitors. Our estate's to be sold off. He asked about the necklace I gave you. I told him I left it with a purser. Don't say anything to him or Sasha. Not him and his group of... Oh, there's much more to tell you. Can you meet me in my stateroom? I'm in B70. It's Charles' custom to go for a drink in the smoking room. When he does, visit me.
B7?
I think I missed a letter or a number. I'm thinking it might be 70. I just wrote B7 and then left the space there, so we have to get that telegram too.
Gotta go back to the smoking room to go to
Good
Max's.
evening. Third Officer Morrow here. I am sorry, but this is the officers' promenade. No passengers.
I'm gonna see if I remember how to get into the telegram room.
Yes, very calm. No moon. I don't like that. Can't see what's coming. No moon means surprises, as if we don't have enough already. Mr. Ismay, the White Star Line's president's on board. We're walking eggshells round him, I tell you. Though that's nothing compared to the creeping about my brother-in-law's doing at the... His entire London office is in an uproar. Tom works in the Admiralty. Seems our plans for troop deployments against Germany disappeared 3 weeks ago. Tom says the big boys are petrified the Jerrys will get wind of it. Could upset the balance of power. Politics. Desktop espionage. Bureaucrats. Pah. Give me the sea. Pah. You can toss the rest. Never have. Not since the war. Then why are so many people thinking about it? Lucky. No, I wouldn't think that I was. South Africa. Boer War. The officer was a drinker. He was drunk when they trapped us out on the veldt. On a moonless night. It was a massacre. We never saw them coming.
That's one hell of a beard.
Drink always leads to the devil. An interesting connection. For all I know, it could be true. A man's got his troubles. Sick child, being away from home. But I hate whiners and apologizers. Well, thank you for your insight. Have a look, why don't you? Mind you, Phillips will have my head if he catches you in there, but I don't see any harm. Go on in.
There we go. Now we don't have to find the binoculars.
That's right. You just have to befriend him.
Yep. It's like the one part of this game I actually kind of remember, and I don't know why. Icebergs. I just realized there's a typo here. Never caught that before. Lognitude.
That's an easy mistake to make.
Yeah. Couldn't mute the mic in time. Excuse me. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, whoops.
You're up to no good.
No, I'm just trying to receive some telegrams. To receive. Set power on. Check system breakers. Set to receive. 200 for quick. Receive is 4, 6, or 800.
And you gotta bless you in the chat.
Why, thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, you didn't send me a bless you, you jerk.
I didn't even hear you that you sneezed.
How do you not hear me? I thought it was pretty loud.
I didn't even hear anything.
like foreshadowing or something.
Mm-hmm. What was that number?
Huh?
There was a number in the telegram.
Yeah, there was like the longitude and the date. Definitely foreshadowing.
For sure. I mean, I appreciate their effort to be as authentic as possible, but come on.
Daisy. Very interesting. That's all we got right now. But now we gotta decode that. Clicking over there, it's still putting me. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Have a good night. Stuff.
Hello, gentlemen.
That I can't talk to.
No, nah, like the plain black people. Well, people in suits and the black suits. They won't talk to you. They're just kind of there for decoration.
Decoration. Yes, people are around for decoration.
I mean, you can't talk to any of them. I mean, look at their. She looks kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Yes, Jibs, it is Jerz. That's right, we're on the C deck.
Yes, I am here. As excited as ever.
He's actually one that came up with this idea to do this game as well, so.
Makes me feel old, though.
Why?
Because we were playing this game when it came out and we were teenagers.
Man, look at the graphics on those characters. This is C-73.
C-73 was for who?
Me.
Sorry. Who was Georgia, right? It was
Georgia was B something.
B-70?
B7 something.
We never got back to talking to that other lady either.
Which one? Daisy?
Yeah, remember she said she was gonna wait right there, and then she was gone.
Oh yeah, right. We got. Whoops. Because it helps if I type it in, right? It's like spy shit right here. Aha!
We'll shoot 4.
Save it. I'm trying to save often, just in case I accidentally alt-tab out and crash the game. I don't lose a lot of progress. I think I would be a little upset.
Well, your great ideas get you in trouble, huh, Jake? That's a shame.
Oh, there she is.
Did you get it? Get his name?
I'm definitely not playing 007.
Clifford. Clifford. Never heard of him. You don't suppose he's rich, do you?
Could be filthy.
You're an angel. And I've news for you, too. While you were gone, Andrew Conkling's been asking for you. Yes, Conkling, the steel bear. God knows what he's been doing in Europe. Buying it, probably. Where was I? Oh, yes. Andrew Conkling asked me to pass along this. You know his wife Beatrix, the designer. Such an eye! Her clothes preserve the bust line. Couldn't be more flattering. Keeps the eye moving. Much nicer than words.
All right.
They're friends with Captain Smith. Smith! So handsome, so dashing. White Star's best officer, or was. He's retiring after this voyage. Couldn't be more tragic. My dear, you've blanched. Bad news? Certainly, certainly, I must... It's Mrs. Burbank! Consuelo!
She's exhausting.
What's funny is I have a coworker that talks just as much as her. Every time I see him getting ready to enter the room, I just yell, incoming. My boss once faked being in a meeting just so he didn't have to talk to him. By the way, if you have any suggestions on areas I should go, I'm all ears. I know I gotta go down to Scottish Road, but I don't even remember how to
go. And we also have to go to the smoking room to meet.
Right.
And then you have to go to Georgia. You have to go meet Georgia too.
Right. It's a good thing you're keeping track of this stuff because,
this game is. I mean, we were playing it in the 90s.
Yeah, it was one of the first CD games I've ever played. You know what? Let me look. I want to say it's 97.
It sounds about right.
Actually, you know what? It's on the YouTube thing. Give me a sec. I can look.
1998.
Oh, you looked. There you go.
I'm sorry. 96.
Jesus.
Yeah, it says 96.
We weren't even teenagers when this game came out.
But I didn't even get it till... I don't know.
Sorry, passengers aren't allowed to enter the cargo hold.
I want to go in there. Alright, where do you think I should go first?
So we try to see if maybe Georgia. Well, you would know if she mentions that there. Who is it, Charles is in the smoking room.
Alright, so you want to go to the smoking room first?
Should probably go there first to see if he's in there, and then we could go to Georgia. I'm just trying to think of all the objectives that we have to do because we gave Daisy the name.
Right.
You got the card. By the way, did you write down Cole Shoot 4?
I do remember that. That's the thing. I played this game a lot as a kid. I didn't get as lost because I played it repeatedly, just trying to get 100%. Well, not necessarily 100%, but the best ending. But I never can.
Let me introduce you to Buick Riviera. Remember, he's French, and you know what they... Come here.
Yeah, vintage.
Good evening, mon ami. Buick Riviera
Mon ami.
welcomes you to the tables. I am always delighted to play with friends of Max. You look familiar. We make a meeting before? Deauville? The casino at Monaco? New Mexico. I lived there once. In Diamondback. Such a town. So,
Yep, it is
have we
PC
met?
only.
C'est vrai. Then we shall use my special cards.
I'm
Good
low?
luck.
Really?
You'll need it.
What?
Says I'm a little low.
Care for blackjack?
I might just have to
Excuse-
lower the game volume then.
Because Reaper doesn't know how to properly balance all.
It sounded fine to me, but I'm also half deaf, so. Alright. Dealer has a 6 on a queen, you stay.
Can't handle all these interactions.
You are the winner. Magnifique. Another hand, mon ami?
Let's go. I'll play another hand. Ah, you bastard. Alright. Best 2 out of 3.
I win. Again?
Yeah, but since the game is older, there is a couple, like, glitches. Yeah, I got blackjack. Yay. Like, the audio sometimes
Blackjack.
cuts out a little early
You win.
for each line.
Another hand, mon ami?
No. You hit blackjack, walk away.
Okay, fine.
Bonne chance, mon ami. Good night.
I don't know you, nor do I want to. Leave me or I shall summon a steward.
Damn! Excuse me.
If you want to be a bore, I suggest you travel steerage. Good evening.
Okay, bitch.
Wow.
Okay.
Lord Lambeth. I'm traveling with my wife, Lady Lambeth. George has decided to take the air. I opted to take this. My wife, Georgia, she's unwell. Yes, it's not the best situation, I'm afraid. And just one of my trouble. Too many to speak of. With Georgia, how else?
Wow.
4 years ago at a house party, she enchanted me. We got married and we're happy. But Georgia's moods grew...
They really have.
volatile. She imagined plots against her everywhere, even with Sasha. Sasha cares more for money
Trying to
than for
feign
her.
ignorance here.
Good job.
I know that now. Money to Sasha. He's an art dealer. Money is everything to him. But Sasha has his secrets, and I know about them. Money to Sasha. He's on board, actually, shepherding a collection of paintings to New York. But that's a secret. Good night. And if you should speak to my wife, remember, she tells some fairly tall tales.
Is it so?
Well, you know what you have to go do now?
Find the painting?
Well, I mean, you should probably go talk to Georgia first.
The funny thing is, the painting in question that you have to is one of the items you have to get off here. The painting, the necklace, the ruby hat, and there's another item. I don't remember what it is though.
Yeah, really. Crazy.
Yeah.
Compare the games to what they were here.
Yes. The lounge is closed for
But
the
for
night.
the time, this game looked
We'd open it again
amazing.
only in an emergency, which we are not experiencing at the moment.
At the moment.
Good night.
Wow.
I can't remember the fourth item. But the painting's actually, well, what's supposed to be is one of Hitler's paintings, because, you know, he was supposed to be like an artist. So by taking it with you off the ship, basically what happens is it gets sold, and he becomes a famous artist, and then World War II never happens. That's one of the pieces to the best ending, actually. So where are we going next?
I don't know. Should we go to George's room?
We can.
Maybe
Alright.
she can tell you more where that painting is, since you now have more information about Sasha.
It's like 70 something.
Enter.
Ah, it is 70.
Enter.
Looks creepy.
I wasn't sure you'd come.
The power of friendship.
Andrew Conkling? He's loaned money to Charles. A lot of it, I think. First, I want to know how you fared these last years. Rather well from the looks of you. I'm glad to see you. You're the only person I can trust. Please promise me you'll help.
Alright,
You
fine.
always were there when I needed you. Now, with my
I was
life
always a
a
sucker for the
horrible
pretty
mess.
ones.
When Charles discovered my affair with Sasha, he was quite calm. But I know him, you see. His revenge is taking the necklace, leaving me with nothing. And Sasha, I'd never trust him again. Don't you see? They're looking for guns, for bombs. Sasha's friends, his gallery was their London base. They were rough men, foreign. Sasha told me they were part of a Balkan aid society. Stupid girl that I was, I believed him. But then I found out. These people, they... Charles!
Please, Georgia, continue. Was it my title or my income you found so desirable? I was never sure. Now that both assets are depleted, why don't you go to Sasha? Maybe he can help, as he's done before.
Ignore him. I see the smoking room's had its usual effect.
Idle gossip, apparently.
You see his attitude? Please, go.
Since she obviously can't depend on me. Here, take the chill out of the air. Thank you for seeing after my wife. Now I think it best you leave the happy couple, drowning in their happiness. Good night.
Remember, I need your help.
Well then, that went great.
Just a little awkward.
So I guess we still need to find Conkling.
Andrew Conkling. You just go to the the purser's office? Ask where his room is?
No, it's not. You don't go to the room. It's at the Scotland Yard.
Oh, right. Forgot about that.
I think it might be down here. Ah, this music. Keep running into Daisy.
Yoo-hoo! I must confide with someone.
Yoo-hoo!
It's Mrs. Casebeer. Who does she think she is? I hear she bribed the purser to upgrade her rooms to first class. What a social climber. Is that Archie Gracie? Archie? My dear, I simply must run. Lovely chatting with you. Goodbye.
Never played squash.
Me neither.
Yeah, so clearly, this is not the way. There's something on one of these chairs later on, too. You know what? I think it's the second class stairs.
Fallon Road?
What? Yeah. There's Mr.
Have you seen George?
Cranky Pants.
Yeah, Mr. Cranky Pants.
Don't care for me much, do you?
Hey, there's your. You could use the.
What?
Never mind.
The poop deck? Yeah, I know.
There's much you don't know. Let's discuss it over a drink.
Sure.
Shall we? Then. God, much better. Bartender, a whiskey and soda. Yes, much better indeed. Now, Georgia, afraid of me? Well, that would be a reaction at least. We no longer evoke emotion in each other. We're husband and wife in name only. You may have heard I am in financial straits. I've borrowed money from Andrew Conkling, money that he is now demanding I pay back. I've none to give. Poverty should remain the domain of the virtuous. I've no taste for it. I tell you. No, I shall fix things first. And without Georgia. Another drink? Another whiskey for,
Sure, what
hope
the
you
hell?
don't mind if I do. Now, you
can drink it for me.
Want to know some secrets. Thank you, bartender. I'll tell you one. George's diamond necklace. It's a fake. The one on her neck, leastways. I gave the real necklace to Sasha. It's in his cabin for safekeeping. When he gets to New York, he'll sell it, quickly and quietly, for 20% commission. I'll pay off my debts to Conkling, put Georgia away, sail back to England free and clear. She's unstable, as you know, so I'm placing her in a sanatorium. Easy thing to do, given her emotional history. The law favors the husband in these matters. She can do nothing about it. God forbid the suffragettes really do win women the vote. They'll never know their place again. Because
Such an
I
evil
threatened to tell
bastard.
Scotland Yard about his Serbian Aid Society, and because Sasha's a greedy bastard, he'd betray his love for 20%. And Georgia thinks she's outsmarted me. No, she's got a fake about her neck and doesn't know. Another? Good night, then. You'll sleep well. The whiskey and the sea are both smooth for a change.
He likes the booze. It kind of sucks you have to go down to B level to go across. If this is how the ship was actually laid out, like that was dumb. Second class stairs. Poop deck.
Hey, who is the person who gave us the mission in the first place?
Penny?
Yeah, that's it. Penny Pringle.
Poop deck.
You're such a child.
Yes, I am. Oops. I want to go in a second class library. I want to see what happened with the books. It's a shame we can't really explore a lot in the second class stuff.
A fine night to be indoors, cold as the dickens outside. Cold but clear. Clear as a bell, and the stars, oh, you should see 1,000,000 stars in God's firmament. A congregation of light. The name's Trout. The Reverend Edgar. I'm returning from a mission in Africa, to Sunapee, New Hampshire, where I live. Emily, my wife, she's dead.
Wow, that's kind of blunt. Not, my wife has passed away, or unfortunately my wife is no longer with us, just, she's dead.
Thank you. We had looked forward to this journey. But she died at Port Said, though it was Nyasaland that killed her. The doctors, you know, never did find all the parasites. Calling on Miss Pringle, she has been invaluable this voyage, a pillar. Oh yes, we're very glad she's with us. They say you met Trask.
I have met Trask.
Be wary of him. Trask's a trickster. Take this card, a prayer card, from my own collection. So you must like it, this section of the Titanic. Here, second class. You can get to Scotland Road from here. Do you know it? Scotland Road?
Ooh, Scotland Road.
Scotland Road runs the length of the ship, from stern to bow.
He has like a very
It allows the crew to get from one
what's
side
the word
to
I'm
the
looking
other
for?
quickly. I could go to third
is
class
it
if
like,
I take the Scotland
Why are you
Road, but I
talking?
don't believe in social mixing. No, it creates
We need
too
to know
much
what this is.
anxiety. A place for everyone, and everyone a place. Though some don't choose to see it that way.
No, what's the one I'm looking for? Like,
He's got a little bit of an arrogance to
that's one of the words. Yes.
So we need to
Entitled.
ask him
That's the
how-
word I'm
how
really
to-
looking for. He looks entitled.
In the course of my ministrations, I've observed a gentleman from first class, a young German, among the steerage women. Most unnatural. I haven't said anything. I wouldn't want to upset the ladies, especially Miss Pringle. She seems a fragile vessel. Behind me, through those doors.
Oops.
Behind me, through those doors. Behind me, through those doors.
I forgot, if you click twice, he'll speak
Wait,
it twice.
Before you leave, I was wondering, perhaps you'd care to make a donation to our
No.
mission in Nyasaland.
No.
Sorry to have bothered you. Perhaps another time. Good evening.
Because he sounds
Maybe we
like
should
a
just talk
shyster
about it
too.
later.
Hello, I'm Conklin. Good of you to come. I trust you're finding the accommodation satisfactory?
I would say so, yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. White Star's anxious for everyone to be as comfortable as possible, particularly on the maiden voyage. Sorry to seem mysterious. You must understand someone in my position, an investor in this ship, needs discretion. You're under no obligation, of course. I have a slight problem. You may be able to help. A servant has stolen an important business document from me, and I must recover it. A few years ago, my wife Beatrix hired a young Irish girl as maid in our London house. We treated her well. 2 weeks ago, she up and left without notice, taking a certain letter with her. I'd given up all hope of recovering it, until my wife spotted her this morning on the third-class promenade. Needless to say, I checked with the purser. She'd been scheduled to sail on the Philadelphia, but those passengers were transferred on board the Titanic because of a coal strike. Government officials, friends of mine, told me a bureau agent was on board. I found you through Mrs. Cashmore, a preposterous woman, but she does have an eye for accomplishment. Look, will you help me? You will be rewarded handsomely.
Oh, money? I like money.
Her name is Shayla Hacker. She's 20 or thereabouts. I was her benefactor, one might say.
Oh. He got it on.
Confidential business matters. Conkling Steel provides steel for ships. This ship, for example. If the contents of the letter were publicized, our competitors would profit greatly. Yes. This puts me in a difficult situation. This young woman,
bet.
she could cause considerable damage to me, to my reputation, if she goes to the newspapers. I've gotten word to her to meet on the poop deck. Go in my place. Tell her there'll be no trouble if she returns the letter.
Poop deck.
Afterwards, report to me in our suite, B59. Her name is
B59.
Shayla Hacker. Good night.
Done, done, done. My cat is apparently hungry because he's meowing in my ear.
Meow.
Dude. Hello. You're idiots. I just turned my head left to look at him because he's sitting right next to me on the couch. He just like meows right in my face.
Busy cat.
And we gotta walk all the way up the stairs again.
I'd like to see you walk up this many flights of stairs.
It sucks. I kind of did it at work because they have that 7-floor parking garage. I've walked all the way up them before. It's tiring.
You should do that carrying a laptop.
I thought about doing it on my breaks just to like get some exercise in.
I used to walk up those stairs with a laptop bag and a lunchbox on my shoulder. Out of breath by the time I got up there.
I don't even know where we're supposed to go next.
Well, you have to go probably meet that person. For
Right.
Conklin.
Oh yeah, poop deck. Oh yeah, we also have to go to the boiler room too.
Yep, coal chute 4. Or something.
Yeah, coal chute 4.
There's a number 3 in there somewhere before that, though.
Was it? I thought it was a 4. I mean, I remember where.
No,
I
the
do
coal
remember
chute's 4,
because
but
the
there's
book's
some-
in one of them. Oh yeah, engine 3, coal chute 4.
Yeah, that's it.
What you have to do is take the book out and then move it to a different chute. You can't take the book directly with you, otherwise you get killed. Tell you what, I think this is a good place to stop.
Okay. Do you know where we are?
I'm
Or where we
gonna
have to go
write down.
next?
I'm gonna actually write down. Meet Sheila on poop deck and objectives. All right, yeah, I wrote down what we still need to do. So we got 2 objectives, I would say right now. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this. I freaking love this game.
Yeah, you don't just love it, you friggin' love it.
I freaking love it. wow, volume is actually set to low. Ow. So yeah, I actually thought of another game we might be able to do similar to this kind of. I like playing these adventure games like this because it's kind of fun to just kind of piece everything together as we play. Okay, that's 3 people that are probably enjoying this. So, but yeah, it's something different than the normal like action-filled games I normally stream. I love these adventure style.
Say something?
I mean, I'm just rambling.
Oh,
like, I'm just saying, I love these adventure games because it makes you think a little bit, and they're just kind of like engrossing. And this is just one of those games you can just relax, explore the ship. And what's nice about the new modern versions that you can get on like GOG and Steam is that you don't have to constantly switch CDs.
Yeah, wasn't this 2 discs?
It was. Basically, the intro and the final part when the ship is sinking are on the first disc. So basically, when you start the game up, if you're going to load a game, you have to pop in the first disc, you load the game, and then you have to pop in the second disc. You can't just load it from the second disc.
Right.
I hated that. But, so yeah. We'll be doing this again probably in the next few days.
Mini vintage rant over.
What?
You were like, oh, back in the day we had to like pop discs in and out.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass.
I know, but you're over there sounding like your vintage technology from back in the day.
Back in my day, with our 4X CD-ROM drives.
And our Pentium 486.
I was going to say Pentium 4, but 486 works too. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Until next time.
28 modems. Alright, I'm going to shut up now.
Yeah, you're telling me to shut up. Happy fragging.